Alright, let's do this. No time to explain. I can hear the alarm, but don't you think this is kind of impulsive? Not the word I'd use. We have a concrete, attainable goal in mind, and this guy's a bot! Well, at least we get a training dummy. Sure, let's just get this over with and move on. It's the same guy! Same guy, same 3 points. Points I don't want. Well, I'm sure we won't have them for long. We're still really sloppy. There's definitely some work we need to do before we hit S rank. Definitely not as much as you're putting on. We still know our escape options, we still know our combos. I fucking hate blue DP so much. But we're throwing out the wrong versions of moves, moving too erratically, and let's try and not get too down. This is our first actual round in weeks, and it's against the character we've never even fought before. The best we can do is not trying the tiger knee out of the corner, or raw guard crush, or mash buttons when we're at a sliver of life. Can he tell that he's fumbling around? He's not, though. He's just like a baby giraffe. Okay, yeah, I see it. He's taking a few steps here and there. He's not completely inept. He knows K2M is a gift from the heavens. He's conscious enough to convert air spin into a throw, and safe jump an obvious DP.
Ooh, get safe jumped.
Yeah, there's hope. I just hope he doesn't get full of himself. These sorts of things are about consistency more than anything else, and not pressing buttons when you know it's not safe. Come on, man. But ultimately, this is just the stepping off point, and an uncomfortable character helps us get into the mindset of discomfort that we need to stomach from here all the way to S rank. It was genuinely, probably just a lack of matchup knowledge, something we've got in spades against Siegfried. We know when to block, how to pressure, and that he's probably going to use his invincible reversal a lot. We know how to get through his fireballs, and we know how to put on the pain from any range. And he's going to invincible reversal a lot. That's twice. He needs to start catching those. Clearly that shouldn't be our first worry. He's slipping. Already? I should have anti-aired, damn it. Whatever. You had me scared for a second. He's just frustrated with himself. If he were losing it, he wouldn't be taking notes. I guess someone who's slipping wouldn't be holding block waiting for his opponent to get annoyed and throw out a command grab. And if he were slipping, he wouldn't have hit the combo, jumped the DP,
God damn it.
or gone for the grab. It's the intent that matters. It's worth more that he trusts his instincts and can follow those instincts up whenever they take the wheel.
Don't drop it. Yeah.
He's assessing everything right, he's just not doing anything about it. And of course he DPs, because I knew he was going to DP. He always DPs there. But he is. He's reflecting and taking inventory. I'm getting the piss kicked out of me by guys who don't know how to do combos and just DP. So, that's what you gotta do. That's what you're supposed to do in situations like this. You're supposed to take things slow and keep evaluating your shortcomings. You're supposed to pat yourself on the back when you do something right, and some goals are a bit more long-term. One day we'll block those, and that day's gonna be soon. These little mistakes will hammer themselves out in no time. We just have to stay about our wits. And even if it's not worth much in the grand scheme of things, we know we can perform in the corner. It's something.
God is that. God is that. God is that. Yeah.
And look at us, feeling ourselves, getting the good juice pumping. Regardless of how long it lasts. And so continues our loss streak. Well, yeah, but you don't see that getting to him. I basically cheated my way to A3, so we're good. All is well. This is the time for us to hone in on what kind of player we want to be, not the kind of loser we are here and now. It's time for us to take a couple more losses on the chin. I lost to a guy who could... Or not. You know, funny thing is, I legitimately don't even remember why he got so annoyed. I have no clue what he was going to say, but disqualifying losses for any reason is a recipe for disaster. Violence isn't much better. I'm going to find the guy who made Sora's and break his knee. But he's channeling it instead of brushing it off. Sora's, Sieg, and Vayne all come in different flavors, but they all have shortcomings that Narmaya can exploit. Just like she has faults that they can use to their advantage. But it feels like Catalina is just better at everything than Narmaya is. Her approach options are better, her projectile is better, she has war crime buttons, and everything she does keeps her just outside of my effective range. It's frustrating enough to make you mix your words around. Why is she just better at me than everything? But it's more frustrating to have a character like that in a compromising position, going for the window to punish, and either doing the wrong thing, I could have killed her, or missing the opening. I want Jean. And it's even worse when they both happen back to back. But is it even worse getting into a good position, riding it for all it's worth, having victory in your hands, and then tripping at the last second because you weren't prepared for your gamble to work? God, piss. I got hit. Oddly specific, but absolutely yes. Let's take inventory while the big guy plays footsies. We're at a bad range to engage her, so we need to wait for her to come to us. We can't throw out buttons wildly because she has a counter, but we can whiff punish. Jumping out isn't an option, so all we have to do is block and wait, and they don't have safe jumps, but we do, and we're catching throws when they don't. But we're still missing a lot of pieces. The place to be is on top of her in the corner. Going for the side switch was cute, and so was going for the teleport flip on the projectile. She runs in and puts the screen up, and we're actually waiting. We might have been able to kill off of that. We're already improving, even if we aren't winning. We're not going to win for a long while, but if we keep doing and improving, eventually we will. Eventually we'll find the corner and it'll be a good time. Extra bonus points because we can do the same on P2 side. And extra bonus points because we're not swinging, dumbass, throw a punch! This still isn't perfect. We're still susceptible to having to guess or getting overconfident or wonky hitboxes or invincible reversals.
Should have seen that coming.
But maybe that means learning what we're up against isn't actually going to help us yet.
I'm not about to get my ass beat by a dude with a mop. I refuse to let it happen.
So I know I just said we need to focus on ourselves, but we should probably learn these matchups. Nah, we just need to put him in the corner instead. And when we're pushed back, we need to be a bit more generous with our DPs.
I'm gonna die.
Well, not that DP.
Just kill me, dude.
But hey, playing defense is working out for us, even if challenging isn't. If we have them in the corner, we run offense, and if we don't, we block. I think that's simple enough. Well, I hope it's simpler than blocking reversals. It has to be, right? Block when being attacked, tech when thrown, and when you get them into the corner, all that matters is pumping in as much damage as possible. And knowing how to...
I got hit?
Okay, so safe jump cross-up beats DP, but not counter DP. We're not dead, are we? I don't think so. No, but this is scary. Full screen against the puppet character means we have to be reactive. Now that was slick. And this situation isn't nearly as scary. No, of course not. She's not putting on any pressure of her own, so all we have to do is sit here and block and...
Woo!
And look at the big guy, feel it himself.
She didn't want a rematch? Oh, that feels good. That feels really nice.
He's in a good headspace, and it looks like we're starting to commit more to defense. We've got some good blocks, but we still have work to do. And hey, on that front, look at us go. Look at that scramble. We're hitting a stride. We're winning some matches, but we have to keep winning if we're going to hit the next level. Those little victories have to pile up more than the losses we suffer, but we can do this. We know what we're after, and now it's about commitment and consistency. We're just going to flub up a combo or two, but we've got to recover and pick up the pieces. We've got to be cool and calculated, and how many times we have to teach you this lesson? How many times is he going to get reversal before he starts blocking? How many times is he going to try and beat a plus on block attack with a throw? How many times is Vera going to make us want to pull our eyes out? The world may never know. How many times is she going to faint with her airwalk? I don't know, but I'm going to throw an anti-air whenever she does. And when she runs at us on the ground, we're back in our element.
I pressed the...
You ever think about how it feels like we're not going anywhere? That's the trap. We are getting better. It's just that we've been getting the rust off for the past few hours. We've been actually improving for a while now. But we're still groaning and complaining about little things.
He just outranges me. From a million miles away.
But Henri actually bullies us from a different postal code. We need to figure out what to do about that. And we will, later. We can worry about our competition after we find ourselves. Are we even going to find ourselves until we start winning? Because all this failure adds up. I know that. You know that too. But he's the one who has to understand that himself. We're doing this to improve ourselves. We're diving into this emotional blender after so much time again and striving to dive deeper because of the gratification, because we want to go higher, because we want to feel that accomplishment that comes with understanding the tools in our hands and who we are as a player. We're doing this because of all the games we could be playing. Granblue is the one we like the most, because Narmaya is our favorite, and if we were ever going to play a fighting game seriously, it'd be the one that we felt best playing. But this isn't how you're supposed to play her. But we're winning. I mean, we're responsive, we're patient,
No!
We're blocking mix-ups, going for defensive outs, making bold call-outs.
You gotta jump or die.
And we're making mistakes. We're taking stock of ourselves. We're taking the shots we can, and not flinching even under relentless rushdown pressure. We're making calls. Stop. One touch away from the round, his DP is off cooldown. He has super meter, and I'm running up on him after a soft knockdown. He does reversal here, right? Of course.
Oh, you moron.
Show me some defense, show me a side switch, show me a punish. He's doing fine, just needs to hold defense a bit more. She's jumping a lot. Think anti-air? I think he has bigger concerns. Yeah, like what victory tastes like. Good safe jump, bring it home. Why didn't he super? Why should I know? That's your department. I don't know things, that's your job. Well, surely this time we could cinch the combo. Good confirm, good string, drops the launcher, but sticks the offense. But the defense is shining through more. Better blocks, better responses. But if we're going to do any better with Miss Tiny Arms, we have to aggress at least a little bit more than we are. I don't think we can get in the same headspace that she is, but... Dude, anti-air her! She's also just a lot more jumpy than we are. Stutter dashes, command dash into throw, raw specials, and run-up spot dodges. I'm not taking notes. Of course not, that's my business. And my business is seeing that yellow flash and slamming my fist down on heavy until my controller shakes. Nice block, and nice block me! He's a lot more patient. He's not throwing out normals, he's waiting for throws, and he's only running in after he has the right of way. He's getting better just by doing this. And here we're getting better by comparing. He's getting better by sticking to his guns and taking his time. And just by doing that, he's exploiting the wild mashing of his opponent. Narmaya thrives with high speed and aggression, but she demands balance. She demands that we stay open and flexible, and push ourselves far no matter which side of the corner pressure we're on. I think he's locked in now. Steady blocks, good fireball, G5M. I'm proud of him. Fundamentals are important. So we're taking big, reasonable risks. I don't ever want to hear you use the word reasonable again. I don't know, man. I'm the one telling him to take his hands off the buttons when the opponent's yellow or blue. I think that's pretty reasonable. You're telling him that because you can't be trusted, and I don't know the best responses to everything. But we do know how to block, and we know how to tech, and when all the attacking stops, we know how to poke back. And we know how to scum out a throw, too. So against a balanced fighter like Jita, we have, ooh, baby, that's a nice anti-air. We're not mashing anymore, and we're experimenting with side switches. But if we want to say we're going places, we need to do something like that. We're getting better about being conscious of cooldowns. I'm not tracking them. Yeah, because I am. You are? I'm the one doing most of the legwork here, you rat. Stop. Like how I'm going to fake the JKL on the safe jump and she's going to Dragon Punch. Well, I'll be damned. I wonder if the gains show in a zoner matchup. Obviously, the first issue is weathering the storm and finding a way in, the second is pinning them down, and the third is keeping the pressure going without any regard for your own safety. I think he's got that down. I think he's got it. I think we have a flow now. We have learned the sage wisdom of just run up and jab, and from our doppelganger, the beauty of the stutter step. Now we're rushing down this game. We're rushing down. It is safe to say we're rushing down this game. And it's safe to say that even when we're not rushing down, we still have some control, even in a rough matchup like this. Because our evasive options don't always help us. But when they do, it feels like we threw a bucket from the three-point line. It's so nice that we have tools to shore up our weaknesses, and I know we've always had them, but getting comfortable with them hits different than using them willy-nilly. But we need our other skills to withstand a gorilla like Beatrix. We cannot press buttons when we block. We have to catch her, we have to be slow and deliberate. And we can't let a loss go to our heads. We did the right thing, just not good enough, it's fine. Our goal is to go bigger than we've ever gone before. We can't afford to be careless, not when it matters. And even when we do make it, we have to keep going just a little bit further. We have to... Anti-air! I think I'm gonna cry. Our baby boy is growing up. Shut up, I have to block this.
Yeah!
60 wins, baby. A cool 60.
That'll be 61. Hit that fucking button.
So now we keep going, right? After we take one last count. Defense? Check. Still some things to hammer out, but we have a foundation. We know how to pace ourselves, we know how and when to push. And offense?
Block him. Hit him with the fucking...
Check. We have a flow, and the things on our utility belt don't always work, but we know what to do when they do. Confidence?
No!
Look at him. In spades.
I'm dead.
Uh-oh.
The good company's definitely helping.
You
Oh,
can't
no!
be doing that.
It's hard to not feel unstoppable when you're doing well and have friends in your corner to lighten things up, and to make your successes feel even heavier. But it's our win.
Yeah! That was fucking tight.
Sure is. And it's the first of lots of steps forward. And we might just wind up falling back down to A again, but we tried, and we succeeded. And if we stay committed to improving, I'm sure we'll go even higher.
Guys, I think I'm good at Granblue.
Or getting robbed in broad daylight.